Have you ever really stopped to think about um, just how complex our own bodies and minds are, that whole internal world, especially when things feel, well, a bit out of sync?
It's incredibly intricate, isn't it? And we often just think about the mechanics.
Exactly. So today we're diving deep using a really unique source. It's an allegorical story, actually, that might give us some surprising ways to understand it all.
Yeah, this is fascinating. The source is Triceratops en el reino del corazón y la mente. It's this really imaginative story, uses fantasy, creatures and settings to explore how our heart and brain work.
And the idea of holistic health, too, right?
Precisely, it's all woven together.
The story follows Trino, who's this special Triceratops, on a kind of quest to bring harmony back to his kingdom.
A magical kingdom representing our inner world.
So our mission here isn't just to retell the plot. We want to unpack the allegory, find those sort of nuggets of knowledge about our physiology, our well-being.
And how everything inside us is connected.
Yeah. And we'll use the story's own guiding principles. Verdad, which is truth, belleza, beauty, and bondad, goodness. It makes you wonder, what can a story about a dinosaur teach us about ourselves that, say, a biology textbook might miss?
Well, it offers a different lens, doesn't it? A more maybe intuitive feel. So Trino, this Triceratops, his three horns aren't just horns.
Okay.
They actually glow. One's crystal blue for verdad, one's golden for belleza, and the third is emerald green for bondad.
Wow. Okay, so these aren't just decorative details.
Not at all. It immediately tells you that these core values, truth, beauty, goodness, are fundamental to the kingdom's health. Foundational.
That's a really powerful way to start. So Trino's journey kicks off when he meets Cora. She's a butterfly.
A four-winged butterfly, yeah. And she represents the heart of this kingdom, the magical heart. And when Trino meets her, she's clearly in distress.
Ah, okay. So her home, this Palacio de las Cuatro Cámaras,
Yeah.
the Palace of Four Chambers. What's going on there? How does the story use that to explain, heart function?
It's brilliant, actually. Her home is described as this crystalline, diamond-shaped palace, a perfect visual for the heart.
Right, the Four Chambers.
Exactly.
Right.
And each chamber is populated by these amazing creatures that sort of act out the process of blood flow. Makes it very intuitive.
Like what? What creatures?
Okay, so in the right atrium, you have the Colibris azules, blue hummingbirds. They're shown as tired, deoxygenated, just back from long journeys around the kingdom.
So that's the Venus blood returning. But tired hummingbirds, that adds a layer, doesn't it? Like energy depletion.
It really does. It hints at that systemic need for renewal. It's not just plumbing, it's about energy.
Okay, so the tired blue hummingbirds arrive. Then what?
Then, they're carried by Piscis dorados, golden fish. These fish swim from the right ventricle towards the pulmons nube.
The lungs cloud. Love that.
Yeah, and they carry the blue hummingbirds there for fresh air, for oxygen.
Golden fish carrying precious cargo to a lungs cloud. What does that imagery suggest to you?
Well, golden fish implies value, right? This is a vital process. And lungs cloud makes the lungs seem almost transformative, like an ethereal place where this essential exchange happens. It elevates breathing beyond just mechanics.
Makes it sound almost magical.
It does. And after that trip to the lungs cloud, you get the Colibris rojos, the red hummingbirds. They're dancing in the left atrium, described as fresh, bright, full of vital energy.
Ah, so that's our oxygenated blood. Dancing?
Yeah.
What a great contrast to the tired blue ones.
Exactly. Full of life and purpose now.
And then the powerhouse, the left ventricle.
That's where the caballos de fuego live, the fire horses. They race out, strong and powerful, carrying that life and oxygen to the whole kingdom, the whole body.
Fire horses. Okay, that really paints a picture. It's not just pumping. It's like this forceful energy sustaining everything. That's vivid.
It really is. And Cora, the butterfly, she explains that her palace works on a sacred rhythm. She describes it as 4 times 3 equals 12.
4 by 3, 12. What does that mean?
It's symbolic. The 4 chambers are linked to 4 fundamental elements: vital fire, the light color of air, the water of life, and the structure of earth.
Okay.
And then you multiply that by Trino's 3 virtues, verdad, belleza, bondad: truth, beauty, goodness.
Ah, so 4 elements times 3 virtues.
Gives you 12 dancing forces. These forces keep life flowing like a sacred river. The story's saying heart function isn't just mechanical, it's deeply connected to these, well, almost elemental and ethical principles.
That's fascinating. How might those elements map onto the chambers? Could you elaborate a bit? Like fire, air, water, earth?
Yeah, you can see intuitive connections. The vital fire could be the left ventricle, right? The power, the drive,
Makes sense.
the light and color of air, maybe the left atrium receiving that fresh oxygenated blood, vibrant.
Right.
Water of life could be the right atrium, the receiver of the body's returning fluid, the flow, and earth structure.
Yeah.
Perhaps the right ventricle, providing that stable push towards the lungs, grounding the cycle.
So it connects physiology to this broader, almost cosmic framework.
Exactly, it elevates it.
But, as we know, this perfect harmony doesn't always last. In the story, like in life, things can go wrong. And that's where Sombro comes in.
Yes, Sombro. He's a gray bat, and he represents heart disease, confusion, disruption. His arrival marks the shift from health to dysfunction.
So how does he mess things up in Cora's palace?
The story gets specific. The colibris azules, the blue ones, suddenly can't get into their chamber properly.
Ah, like tricuspid stenosis, where the valve narrows.
Precisely, a perfect allegory. And the Pisces dorados, the golden fish heading to the lungs, they start getting stuck.
Pulmonary insufficiency, maybe. Backflow issues.
Exactly, impeding that crucial journey to the lungs cloud.
And the red hummingbirds, the oxygenated ones.
They start colliding chaotically in the left atrium.
Which sounds a lot like atrial fibrillation. They did irregular, fast rhythm. Wow.
It's very evocative. And then those mighty caballos de fuego, the fire horses in the left ventricle.
Don't tell me to get tired.
They get tired too quickly, which is a clear picture of heart failure, isn't it? The
It
pump
is
just
hard.
can't keep up.
Yeah.
So Cora cries out, "The rhythm is broken!" She points out that the valvulas portas, the valve doors tricuspid, pulmonary, mitral, aortic, they aren't opening and closing in sync anymore.
So it's a breakdown of the heart's whole coordinated dance.
Yes. It's not just one faulty part. The whole system's communication is failing.
Does the story give a root cause for this breakdown? Beyond just Sombro showing up.
It does. It frames it as an imbalance of yin and yang.
Ah, the classic concepts.
Right. Cora explains that yin, which is about receptivity, filling, and yang force, pumping, they've fallen out of balance, and that's what's causing the distress.
Which, for us, connects directly to things like the autonomic nervous system, right? The balance between the sympathetic fight-or-flight yang-like drive and the parasympathetic rest and digest yin-like calm and filling phase.
Exactly that. You need both in balance for a healthy heart. Without it, the system struggles.
So the heart's rhythm is broken. Trino and Cora realize they need more help.
Right. It's not just a heart problem anymore. Trino lights up his horns, those virtue horns.
Verdad, belleza, bondad.
Yes. And they fly off to the Castillo de los Dos Hemisferios.
The castle of the two hemispheres. Okay, I think I know where this is going.
Pretty clear, right? It's this magical castle high on a mountain with two identical towers.
Connected by
A shimmering cuerpo calloso, a rainbow bridge.
the corpus callosum, connecting the brain hemispheres. Brilliant.
It's a wonderful allegory for the brain.
So let's explore the castle. The left hemisphere tower.
That's home to Sabia the Lechuza, the owl of wisdom. She's surrounded by her helpers, the hormigas organizadoras.
Organizing ants. I love it.
Me too! And this tower represents everything we associate with the left brain. Language, logic, numbers, step-by-step thinking.
Broca's area, Wernicke's area, that sort of thing. And controlling the right side of the body.
Precisely, the analytical engine.
And the right hemisphere tower.
That belongs to Creativo Delphian, the dolphin of imagination. His companions are the mariposas artistas, artist butterflies.
Dolphin and butterflies, perfect for the right brain.
Isn't it? This tower's all about music, art, dreams, seeing the big picture, intuition.
Imagination. And controlling the left side of the body. They really personify the different strengths of each hemisphere.
They do, beautifully. But Sombro, the bat, he doesn't just stay in the heart palace.
Oh no. His niblas de confusion, his fogs of confusion reach the brain castle too.
Afraid so. The story describes the impact. Suddenly there's aphasia, the ants, the organizers, can't communicate properly.
Aphasia. Difficulty with language. Such a fitting image, the ants getting confused.
And then there's hemiplegia. One side of the body starts to disobey.
Hemiplegia. Weakness or paralysis on one side. Again, a very direct parallel to neurological issues.
And memory loss is described as memories vanish like bubbles.
That's poignant. It makes the abstract idea of cognitive decline feel very real, very fragile.
It really does. The allegory makes these conditions tangible.
So Trino sees this spreading chaos in both the heart and the brain. And he declares, necesitamos encontrar el equilibrio.
We need to find equilibrium. Yes. He gets it. It's not about fixing the heart or the brain.
They have to work together.
Exactly. They need to dance together in the sacred rhythm 4x312 again. It has to be an integrated solution.
A holistic approach.
Yeah.
So how do they find this balance? What's the wisdom offered?
Sabia, the owl of wisdom, offers a profound insight. She says the secret is in the punto central, the central point, which is the yo verdadero, the true self.
Okay, the true self at the center.
And then there's the circulo, the circle, which is the personalidad que actúa, the personality that acts out in the world.
Point and circle. Self and personality.
Right. And Sabia says health flourishes when yin receptivity, looking inward, and yang action, outward expression, are in perfect harmony, aligned with that true self.
That's deep. It suggests well-being isn't just about physical function, but about authenticity. Living from your core.
Precisely. And Creativo, the dolphin of imagination, adds a practical vision. He suggests creating a campo de sanación.
A healing field. What's that?
It's an intentional space internally with 3 rules, essentially. 1, everything that enters brings love.
Okay.
2, everything that stays within it lives in verdad, belleza, bondad, truth, beauty, and goodness.
Aligning with the core virtues.
Yes. And 3, everything that leaves it is a blessing for the whole kingdom.
Wow. That's like a blueprint for conscious living, isn't it? For managing your inner state.
Absolutely. A framework for creating an internal environment that promotes healing.
So this sets the stage for the actual healing process.
It does. This is where Trino steps up. He goes to the center, forms a sacred circle, and his 3 horns, remember them?
The glowing horns of truth, beauty, and goodness.
They start spinning, like a vertical Mesoamerican abacus, the story says, creating this vortex of healing energy.
And this spinning calls forth those elemental forces again.
Yes, but now, as active healing agents, there's fuego alquímico, chemical fire.
A chemical fire, what does that do?
It transforms negative emotions into love. It's not just processing feelings. It's like truly changing their nature, purifying them.
Okay, that's powerful. What else?
Luz sanadora, healing light, to illuminate every cell with awareness. Agua de vida, water of life, flowing like a river of blessings. And a structura de tierra, earth structure, bringing order and stability.
The 4 elements activated for healing.
And then multiply those 4 by Trino's 3 virtues.
Truth, beauty, goodness.
And you get the 12 fuerzas sanadoras, the 12 healing forces. It's this incredibly comprehensive approach. Physical, emotional, spiritual, ethical, all working together.
Suggesting true healing needs that kind of multi-layered engagement.
That seems to be the message. And the results in the story are described as miraculous.
What happens in Cora's art palace?
Complete regeneration. The volvulus fuertes, the valves, go back to their perfect rhythm. The hummingbirds, the fish, the fire horses, they all flow freely again with new energy.
And the natural pacemaker.
The marcapasos natural is back online, conducting the whole cardiac orchestra perfectly. Harmony fully restored.
Amazing. And in the brain castle.
Similar healing. The ants and butterflies' logic and creativity, they start working together perfectly, seamlessly.
Collaboration between the hemispheres.
Yes. The rainbow bridge, the corpus callosum, shines brighter than ever, showing renewed integration. And the neurotransmitters, depicted as little fairy messengers.
Love that detail.
They carry clear messages again, communication is restored, the whole cerebral cortex lights up like a flower garden.
So full cognitive vitality returns.
Absolutely. But maybe the most amazing transformation is Sombro.
The gray bat.
Yeah.
The cause of all the trouble.
Yes. Seeing all this light, this love, this healing, he transforms. He changes from the Bronner of confusion into guardian.
A guardian.
A golden bat
Yeah.
who now protects the kingdom's balance.
Wow, that's a powerful metaphor. What do you take from that?
It suggests that even the things that challenge us, our illnesses, our confusions, if we face them, integrate them within this holistic, loving framework, they can actually become sources of strength, guardians of our future well-being, maybe warning us against imbalance.
Turning adversaries into allies, in a way. That's quite hopeful.
It is, and this leads to Trino sharing the core lesson with Santiago, who's the character listening to the story within the story.
Okay. What's the main takeaway?
Trino says, La salud verdadera es como ser un río que fluye en el centro, no en las orillas. True health is like being a river that flows in the center, not clinging to the banks.
Flowing in the center, not the banks. What does that mean, practically?
I think it means finding that authentic center, that true self, Sabia mentioned, and living from there, not getting pulled off course by extremes, by reactivity, by external chaos, the banks.
Being balanced and centered.
Yes. And he adds, you need dos alas, yin yang, two wings, yin and yang, mastering that balance of receiving and acting inner and outer focus.
Okay.
And una cola, la correcta voluntad de amor. A tail, representing the correct will of love, meaning our direction, our intention should always be guided by love and integrity.
So centeredness, balanced action, and loving intention. That really sums it up.
It does. The story then gives some key points for everyone in the kingdom and, for us listening.
Yeah.
The heart is a sacred temple. 4 chambers times 3 virtues equals 12 life forces. The brain is a palace of wisdom. 2 hemispheres times 3 virtues equals 6 aspects working together.
It reframes these organs beyond just biology, makes them
Yeah.
secret centers.
Completely. And it says we are the conscious mediators. We connect the spiritual, the circle of the sky, with the physical, the point on the earth.
Bridging worlds within ourselves.
We're called cuyos vivantes, living rainbows, points of light expanding out in circles of blessing. It's a very empowering view of our potential.
And the idea of true transubstantiation, that sounds significant.
Yeah, it suggests the real miracle is when the ordinary, the mundane parts of our lives, our bodies, our thoughts, become sacred within our own soul, when we infuse them with consciousness and meaning.
Elevating everyday existence.
That's the core of it. And as the story wraps up, Trino gives Santiago a gift.
What is it?
A heart-shaped crystal with 3 facets shining, reminding him of verdad, belleza, bondad.
A tangible reminder.
Exactly. And Trino's final whisper is really the culmination of everything.
What does he say?
He says, you are the point, your essence, inside the circle, your personality. When you live from your 3 horns of truth, beauty, and goodness, your heart becomes a temple, your mind becomes a palace, and you become a priest of daily life, radiating love and healing to your entire kingdom.
Wow. A priest of daily life. That's quite a call to action.
Yeah.
Living from our core values transforms everything.
It really does. This allegory just gives such a rich way to visualize that inner dance, doesn't it? Urging us to find that center, connect the spiritual and physical.
So as we wrap up this deep dive, the question really turns to you, the listener. How does Trino's journey resonate with you?
Yeah, how can you, maybe in small ways, start to become that golden eagle, as the story later calls it, flying with the wings of yin-yang and that tail of divine will?
How can you build those bridges of light in your own inner kingdom? Maybe think about one small step you could take today. How can you live just a little bit more from that true self?
Integrating that truth, beauty, and goodness into the rhythm of your own life. Making your heart a temple, your mind a palace.
Something to really ponder. How to become the conscious orchestrator of your own inner kingdom.